You open a carton of eggs, just like any other morning. Nothing seems unusual, yet. But when you crack one open, something looks off. There are two yolks staring back at you. Wait, two yolks? In one egg? That's not something you see every day. So, what's actually going on inside a hen to make this happen? To understand it, you have to look at how a normal egg is made in the first place. Every egg starts as a single yolk, released from a very specific part of a hen's body. That part is called the ovary. Think of it as the hen's yolk-making factory. Roughly once a day, the ovary releases one yolk. Just one. Like clockwork. From there, that single yolk begins a long journey through the hen's body. That journey takes about 24 to 26 hours from start to finish. The yolk travels through a tube called the oviduct, the egg-building assembly line. Along the way, it picks up egg white, then a membrane, then finally a hard shell. By the end of that trip, you get a normal single yolk egg, simple and predictable. But sometimes that timing doesn't go as planned. Sometimes the hen's body releases a second yolk before the first one has finished its trip. Now there are two yolks moving through the oviduct at nearly the same time. Instead of separating into two eggs, they travel together, side by side. And when the shell forms, it simply wraps around both yolks at once. The result? One oversized egg, carrying two yolks inside a single shell. It's not magic. It's just a small timing mix-up inside the hen's body. So why does that mix-up happen in the first place? The most common reason comes down to age, specifically very young hens. When a hen first starts laying eggs, her hormonal system is still figuring itself out. Her internal clock hasn't settled into a steady rhythm yet. That means the timing between yolk releases can be a little unpredictable. As a hen matures, her body usually settles down, and this happens less often. But age isn't the only factor at play here. Genetics matter too. Some hens are simply more likely to double up. Certain breeds, especially ones bred for high egg production, show this more often. In other words, some hens are just naturally more prone to it than others. Now here's a question you might be wondering about right now. Is it actually safe to eat a double yolk egg? The answer is yes. Completely safe. Nothing is wrong with the yolks themselves. There's no hidden danger, no toxin, no defect hiding inside. It's simply an unusual bit of timing in the hen's biology, nothing more. There is one thing worth mentioning, though, if these eggs were left to hatch. In extremely rare cases, a double yolk egg could contain two developing chicks. But space inside the shell is tight, and most of the time, both chicks don't survive. That's actually one reason egg farms check for double yolks in the first place. Using a bright light, a process called candling, workers can see inside the shell. This helps them sort and label double yolk eggs before they reach your store shelf. In fact, some grocery stores even sell double yolk cartons on purpose. For a long time, people have treated a double yolk egg as something special. In many cultures, finding one was even considered a small sign of good luck. Old folk tales linked it to new beginnings, twins, or extra fortune. Of course, science tells a much simpler story than folklore does. Double yolk eggs are estimated to make up roughly 1 in every 1,000 eggs. That might sound rare, but multiply that across millions of eggs laid daily, and it adds up fast. You can sometimes spot a likely double yolker just by its size. They tend to be noticeably larger and more elongated than a standard egg. That extra size comes from needing enough shell to wrap around two yolks. Weight is another clue. A double yolk egg is usually heavier than average. So if you ever pick one up and it feels unusually hefty, there's a good chance you know why now. Interestingly, this trait is most common right at the start of a hen's laying life. As her body settles into a rhythm, the odds of a double yolk drop significantly. So a hen laying steadily for a while is far less likely to surprise you like this, which means most eggs you crack open really will just have that one simple yolk. And that's completely normal, the biology working exactly the way it's supposed to. So the next time you crack open an egg, you're not just making breakfast. You're witnessing the end result of a tightly timed 24-hour biological journey. Let's quickly recap what actually causes a double yolk. First, a hen's ovary occasionally releases 2 yolks close together instead of 1. Second, this is especially common in young hens whose cycles haven't stabilized yet. And third, genetics and breed can also make certain hens more likely to do this. That confusing carton from the very beginning doesn't seem so mysterious anymore, does it? It's just a small, harmless glitch in an otherwise incredibly precise biological process. And honestly, it's kind of a fun one to stumble across. None of this would happen without the hen herself, quietly doing this every single day. A pretty remarkable process, considering how ordinary it seems on the outside. So now you know exactly why some eggs carry a little surprise inside. It's not luck, and it's not a mistake. It's just biology being slightly unpredictable. Simple, safe, and honestly, kind of amazing when you think about it. So next time you spot a double yolk, you'll know the real story behind it. No mystery left, just a small timing quirk inside an incredible daily process. And that's what makes everyday biology so interesting, if you take a moment to look closer. Thanks for sticking around to learn something new today. If this answered a question you didn't even know you had, that's exactly the goal. There's always more strange, everyday science hiding in plain sight. So, have you ever cracked open a double yolk egg yourself? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear about it. Until next time, keep asking questions about the little things around you. There's usually a surprisingly simple explanation waiting underneath. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Take care, and don't forget to check your next carton just a little more closely. You might just find something worth cracking a smile about.